What's up, everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's brand new. It's been a few days old at the time of this recording. It's also coincidentally my very first YouTube video. And for those that don't know me already, my name is Frank. I've been active in the crypto community for the last few years. I personally am a avid crypto investor. I'm also big on stocks. I like buying a lot of stocks. Dollar cost averaging in. Same with crypto. I'm more of an investor than a trader, I'd say. But yeah, I figured I'd start sharing my personal opinions, my personal strategies, things I buy, sell, hold long term, in general, my approach to investing and crypto stocks, whatever, in general, trying to share it online. And I figured why not do it on YouTube because, well, YouTube is probably the biggest platform on the planet to share your video content. And I figured I like talking about crypto and why not do it online and try to reach as many people as possible. I also welcome a challenge or a discussion. So if you share my opinion, have your own opinions, things you'd like me to talk about, things you'd like me to talk about on the channel, or charts you'd like me to look at, please feel free to post in the comments below, and I'll try to work it in the next few videos. I intend to do this longer term, and well, as we all know, crypto is long term, and I think for the next few years we will have plenty to talk about. Starting with today, I saw some news about Bitcoin possibly reaching 500,000 in market cap and maybe even $1 million in market cap around 2030, as I thought the news said. I personally think that's quite a hefty goal. I don't think we will reach that quite so soon. But the fact that multiple news sources are reporting it makes me believe that the even the shorter term, but also the long term, is at least generally positive for Bitcoin. And lately, as we have seen, the most of the crypto coins are starting to come up a little bit more. Um, I wonder if we will see a new all-time high before the end of this year, because in December usually we will see a little bit of a downturn. People wanting to spend Christmas with family, stop trading for a little bit, so we'll see a little bit of a cool down. Um, but we still have ways to go, and with basically October happening, and we still have November, I personally think we will see some more bigger market movements. I will get the chart out a little bit. You can see the chart behind me as well. I've been looking at it all day. I think there's plenty of volume left. There's a lot of money waiting on the sidelines, and yeah, we might see some surprises before the end of this year. Um, so before I jump into the rest of the video, please be advised that everything I talk about, everything I share with you, things I buy or sell, are all based on my personal opinions. I'm just like you. I'm just a random guy sitting in an attic. I'm trying to talk about my investments and whatever. If you Please be aware that you do your own research. Don't take everything I say or do blindly as fact, because it's not. It's just something I think will happen. It's pure speculation. So far, it's been doing quite well, but honestly, it's no guarantee, and I'm not a financial advisor at all. I'm just sharing my personal journey throughout this crypto world, crypto space. So here we are with the rest of the video. I've opened CoinMarketCap. I think we all know this website. If you don't, it's I think one of the best websites in the world of crypto. A lot of coins listed on it, a lot of information on it. There's information about cryptocurrencies, exchanges, communities, topics, news, products, whatever. A very, very handy website. We have the Fear and Greed Index right here. The top trending coins, which of course is Bitcoin is one of them. And like I said, I wanted to talk about Bitcoin today. So I've seen a lot of news, a lot of self-proclaimed expert say we will see Bitcoin hit 75K this year. I personally think that's doable. That's actually not that far off from where we are, and we've hit close to 70 a few times now. So yeah, 75K I think is very doable. I think we could very well see that. I will get into the chart a little bit later in the video why I think it's doable. But yeah, for now I'd say it's very doable. The overall crypto market is a little bit lower, but what we've been seeing is that the global market cap, it's fluctuating, but it's consolidating. It's not dropping too much further down. Like a 0.5% is nothing. It's just a drop. Considering from where we came, like 2 years ago till now, it's huge how much we went back up. So a percent, I'm not even worried. I don't even care. At this point, I'm just waiting for the bigger moves. When we go to the crypto bubbles, you can see that on the daily, it's a little bit of a red day. We see a lot of red bubbles, but it's normal after like, if we look at it monthly, wow, these percentages are huge. And if we, it's normal after such big moves to see a little bit of a cool down or a letdown. The same when it goes down. If we see a drop of 70%, like MOG, let's say it goes down 75%. It's not weird to see it go up 5% the day after. It's just normal correction. People buying back in, or people starting to short because they think, hey, we've seen a big move up. It's gonna go the other way a little bit before we see the eventual course continue. And I think that's what we're seeing with Bitcoin overall, because we've seen Bitcoin go up for a while, and yeah, it has to. Some people have to take profit. It has to start correcting itself a little bit before we see the continuous moves. And I'm not a firm believer of technical analysis, but it becomes this self-fulfilling prophecies. If everyone thinks it's going to go down, it's going to go down because everyone starts to act accordingly. And if everyone starts following a principle, it becomes self-fulfilling, because if everyone starts selling, the market cap goes down, the price goes down, and vice versa, which is these waves that the market makes, which we are trying to catch, basically. So I talked a little bit about the fear and greed index before. I think it's a good measurement to see what overall market sentiment is. As you can see, we've been in extreme greed, but after extreme greed, we've dropped down. We go a little bit back up, we go down. A little bit back up, we go down. As you can see, we're actually still pretty high at this point. I think there's still a little more room for a correction, which we will also see on the chart in a little bit. Because like I said, when we've seen these big pushes up, it has to settle a little bit. It has to consolidate, which I said before. It has to consolidate. A lot of profit has to be taken. A little bit of the fear has to be shaken back out before we get to the new greed level, before we start seeing those big pushes back up. So here we have my Bitcoin chart. I've been doodling on it a little bit. This is of course what we want, this blue arrow, but it's just a random scenario I figured we could see. We've seen these big trend lines both here and here. Now I've drawn some support lines as well, but as we can see, Bitcoin has been moving up and it's been repeating these big pushes, these big moves. Like I said, it's been consolidating in this range. And well, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a soccer match going on and it's quite loud and the fireworks been going crazy, but nothing to do with this video. Like I said, we have these trend lines, we have these support lines, and it's all a little bit around that 60 to, well, not really 70, but let's say that it's around the 60, 70,000 mark. We see this price fluctuating, and we actually broke this important line. We closed above it, but we see it's now retesting that level. And this level is kind of important in that way, because if the general market consensus will be if we hold this level, and honestly I don't claim to be drawing the best line, so I can be a little bit off, but in general this area, if we hold it and we push further up, it's very, very reasonable that we go to that 75,000, which I mentioned earlier. And if we reach that, I do think we will see a little bit of cool down around that point as well. But it will be an important milestone for crypto, for Bitcoin, but in crypto in general as well, because it will mean a new all-time high level for Bitcoin. And usually when that happens, all other cryptos follow. As I said before, Bitcoin is basically the mother of all crypto. If Bitcoin goes, ETH goes, Solana goes, Ripple goes, all the other coins tend to follow. and vice versa. If it goes down, if we don't hold this level, if we crash further down, I expect all the other crypto coins to follow that price movement. Now, am I worried about that? No, not at all. Why? I'll tell you, I'm a firm believer of dollar cost averaging, which basically means I buy all these little dipping moments. Let's say the Bitcoin price drops down a percent or 5 or 10 or whatever. I have roughly 50% of my cash on the side at this point because I've taken a lot of profits on the way up. And I'm just now waiting to see what happens. Do we go further up? I will take out a little bit more. But if it doesn't, I will most likely buy a little bit more here, buy a little bit more here, buy more here. And around this level, I've not drawn it, but I will buy around this level as well. And basically all the way down to here on the 40,000. And as every month I put more money in. And yeah, I'd buy all the way down here if need be, because I'm a firm believer that we will eventually recover back up. And what that does is it lowers my average buying price. And not only that, if it does go back up, I will have made profit on this one, this one, this one, that one, and all the lower ones, of course. So eventually you end up in profit anyway. That's why I'm not worried about what the price does. Do we go down this year? I don't care. We'll make profits next year. It's just the waiting game. And don't over leverage yourself. Or I rarely trade with leverage, and especially longer term. I just buy and hold. I don't trade with leverage on very longer terms because of the risk. If Bitcoin does drop down or has one of these flash crashes, you wipe your account, you lose all your money. It's a lot of stress, and I just don't want to deal with that. And with the amount of percentages crypto moves, I think there's plenty of gains to be had with just basically spot buying or selling. And yeah, that's my philosophy regarding Bitcoin, at least. And obviously, I take riskier bets with smaller amounts, but with my main Bitcoin account, I just buy and hold, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's the 75,000 mark that would be this year. Yeah, if we zoom all the way out, and I'm still not even, that's where 500,000 is. And you can see by this price movement that's a very long way to go. And hitting that next year, oh, I hope so. That'd be crazy. That'd be, like I said, 750% increase roughly. That would be a huge amount of money for everyone. And that's why it's exactly why I don't think we will hit it. Because honestly, crypto is a zero-sum game. Not everyone can make money on it. It will take time for people to buy in and sell out. Eventually, there's got to be bigger money funds to invest in these things. And those things take time. So 500K next year, I personally don't think so. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm not wrong, or if we go down, no worries, no problem. I have skin in the game. I can profit either way. Yeah, so that's basically my approach to the Bitcoin charts. If you have a different approach, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to do me a favor, please subscribe. And yeah, get some discussions going. I'd love to hear your opinions, your side of the coin, so to say. And yeah, for now, I'd say thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for listening and watching to my very first crypto video, or actually my very first YouTube video in general. And yeah, let's see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.